This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and Merry Christmas, first of all, and welcome to my review of basically all of the animated holiday classics. These are ones all based off of songs and books, and I'll be going over them, probably my order of favorite to least favorite, although I think everything besides, well, Little Drummer Boy, which is kind of my least favorite since it's, well, the most straightforward and religious one, although I am fine with the religious part. It's just my least favorite one of these, but the rest of them we have is I'll probably go over Frosty next, and then answer between the last three. It's really hard, but I'll go over Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Rudolph, and then the classic Grinch. We're not going over Jim Carrey's or whatever Illumination did. We're going over the classic 1960s for this Boris Karloff narrated one. So let's start with our first one. And The Little Drummer Boy is a nice and enjoyable story about a kid who hates humanity because he lost his family, but is eventually able to be turned after he sees the young Jesus Christ. And yeah, it's a nice story, but honestly, of all of them, it always was my least favorite. And I still think it's a good one. It is enjoyable, but honestly, it's just personally my least favorite because other ones just have such fun, unique topics. In this one, it's just really dark, but not like dark in a good way, which pushes something like Fat Man up. And looking at everything else, we go to Frosty, and this is another classic. And I only really like it more than Little Drummer Boy. Frosty is still really good, but its length definitely hurts it a little. I wish it could be a little longer, but well, the Grinch is the first one last one I'm going over is also short, and yeah, it's just a Frosty's just a fun little special. We have him. There's the one professor that's trying to like murder Frosty, and then Santa saves them, and yeah, all of it. It's just so fun, special. Something I definitely enjoy watching every year. I do have digital versions of everything but the Grinch since I got them all together last year just to watch them. And then going over the next one, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. This one is just honestly gets into an area where it's the the three saved for now. This one, Rudolph and the Grinch. They're all so close and tied for first place. I decided to do it like this because it was the one I could think off the top of my head at the moment is probably how I'd rank them, but yeah, it could change literally by the time this video comes out since I recorded all of this on Monday. And yeah, that's really helpful because now I don't have to record anything besides Hawkeye and potentially The Matrix reviews this week. And yeah, that is just a fun thing. And looking at the rest, I was just think of Santa Claus is Coming to Town. It's such a great one. We see the origins of Santa Claus, him becoming an outlaw, and how he basically got everything he has, how he got his reindeer, how he got, well, his beard, why he goes out on Christmas, and everything. This film is kind of like Solo, and I really appreciate, well, both of those movies. You know, honestly, I never really thought of the comparison until now, as I just realized it like as I was recording this. And yeah, this is just a really fun classic Christmas special that I enjoy watching every year. It's definitely interesting with some stuff, and it has some one weird kind of scene where I can't think of her name right now. Well, future Mrs. Claus starts to sing, and yeah, that is just such a great movie. I really enjoy it. Next is Rudolph, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and this is such a fun one. We get, that's one of my favorite creatures for Christmas, the Abominable Snowman. That specific version is amazing. We get to also have the second worst message in a Christmas movie. The first being the Polar Express, where it's you should get onto vehicles with strangers. This one is it's basically only wrong to bully people for their differences if you can exploit that difference and use it. Of course, that's not the intended message, but that's just the joke message you could get from it. Same with Polar Express, but hey, those are messages you could technically pull from those movies. And yeah, I think that's just a really fun way to do it. And Rudolph is just such a fun movie. We get such great characters. We get Yukon, we get Hermie, and we have all of Rudolph, and we have everyone else. And yeah, it's such a great story. We have Sam the Snowman. We have some great songs in well, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Silver and Gold. Yeah, it's just such a fun movie, and one I always look forward to watching. And the final one we'll go over is The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, which, ironically, even though this involves robbery, it teaches a better lesson than both Rudolph and the Polar Express, which, in a way, advertise kidnapping and exploiting people such bullying. No one is appropriate, as I've just mentioned. And this is just such a fun special. We get a nice, short, and perfect version of the Grinch story. We're not getting anything crazy with Jim Carrey or having this be dumbed down by Illumination. And I haven't seen the Illumination version. I'm refusing to watch that. I have seen the Jim Carrey version, and the Jim Carrey version isn't terrible, but this is such a great one. It didn't need to be getting two remakes. In fact, I'm kind of impressed that Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Rudolph, Frosty. Man, I could get the Little Drummer Boy since it's extremely religious. Why that doesn't have a remake? But of those other ones I've went over, I am surprised there is no remake of those, of people trying to cash in on it. But still, I think that The Grinch is such a fun story. Also, it has one of the best Christmas songs ever, with You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, which I really appreciated when they played in the end credits of Hawkeye in last week's episode. I was about to say the last episode, but at this point, the last episode would have been the finale, which I have not watched yet since, well, it hasn't released. And yeah, I really enjoyed everything. I want to know what you think. What do you think of these Christmas movies? Did you watch them when you were younger? Have you never watched them? And if you've never watched them, Well, I just hope you can watch them today. And yeah, I just really have been having a great time. I have basically finished this and I have like 20 videos to upload. Well, I have 20 videos to upload to my secondary channel. I have to upload a bunch of reviews to the main one. But I really do hope you enjoyed. Have a Merry Christmas, and I will see you all in the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.